Jane Foster's Valkyrie. Issue 1 is finally out. Now, of course, I've been on the kill off Jane Foster train for some time now. And what this issue shows, and it's written by Al Ewing, Jason Aaron and Al Ewing, if I'm not mistaken, are both part of this, issue 1. But what it does is it really highlights how they don't know what to really do with this character, right? And let me just catch you guys up, because now everybody has because of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they've Googled Jane Foster and being Thor, female Thor, excuse me. So they've Googled that, and now people know that character existed. But I don't think it really captures what's been taking place the last 5 years. Also, you can really consider the last year. But yeah, 5 years or so ago, has cancer, becomes Thor, no longer has cancer, not Thor anymore, back to being Dr. Jane Foster. But during the War of the Realms, she is basically knighted, if you will, and becomes all mother of Asgard. Yes, little Jane Foster, not as Thor, just skinny ass, scrawny Dr. Jane Foster. And then she becomes all mother of Asgard. Then for a short period of time, she becomes Thor again. And then after that, she has this like underyard, which is her weapon, right? And basically concluding that she becomes Valkyrie. Concluding the War of the Realms, which just happened. Just ended this month, if I'm not mistaken. So now she's Valkyrie. Now, we knew she was going to be Valkyrie because they said, hey, she's going to be Valkyrie. We just didn't know how she's going to be Valkyrie. Now, if you're wondering what happened to Valkyrie and like Brunhilde and all the other Valkyries, if you will, they're all dead. So basically what Jane Foster's been doing right now is just hijacking everybody's title, right? But she's Valkyrie now. The other ones are dead. Like all of the others are dead. Except like Danny Moonstar, you know what I mean? But she's not Valkyrie right now anymore. She's just Danny Moonstar. She's back doing Mirage. But it's a lot of nonsense going on, and then she's fighting these. She's trying to obtain her weapon, Brunhilde's weapon and whatnot, and she goes to the Asgardian halls of the dead, and she goes to speak to her. Right. So remember, all Valkyries are dead. She's the last one standing. So now she's and it's so stupid to say, but she's the last Valkyrie, if you will. And it's like they're trying to piece all of this shit together to make it make sense. They're literally making up powers on the fly for her that she's trying to figure out with this Valkyrie vision and all this type of shit. They're trying to. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're going to add even additional powers that maybe even other Valkyries didn't have, because they're trying to piece the shit together on the fly, and it's really taking place throughout this comic. And then it ends. Oh yeah, she goes and she's Heimdall, and the person that ends up taking her weapon, the OG Valkyrie, the Valkyrie's weapon, is Bullseye. So that's the fucking enemy right now. That's the villain of the week, Bullseye. Yes, it's stupid. I understand it. But, and by the way, he got stabbed. So I don't know if he's dead. Probably not. He's been going through a lot of shit, considering blind. It's been a mess with him. But yeah, he got stabbed. But it's like, I don't know. It reads like they're trying to piece this shit up, right? The character should have long been killed off. So it's managing to get worse. And I'm just like, bro, what is she going to be next? Is she going to be Spider-Man next? Or is, we're gonna keep it as Guardian, or is she gonna become we keeping it related to Thor? Maybe she gonna become a frost giant next. Like, what is this? But they don't know what to do with her. It's been very clear that when it happened, the female Thor happened, a lot of fans were not fond of this shit at all. They ended up correcting that, but it was like, all right, well, we still want this character to be around. And again, my theory, which is probably false, but it's my theory, is that, I don't know, Jason Aaron has a bet with somebody over at Marvel that he could try to make this character so beloved, right? Even though she's just Dr. Jane Foster, has been more of a support character her entire existence. And now out of nowhere over the last 5 years, she's being boosted into this prominence. Thor makes no sense. It becomes All Mother of Asgard, makes no sense. Becomes Thor again, makes no sense. Now she's a Valkyrie. So it's managing to get worse. This doesn't help. You could maybe make an argument that it makes a little more sense for her to be a Valkyrie than Thor, but that's still not really addressing the issue here, right? I'd rather her be no. This shouldn't even be a thing. She shouldn't be crime fighting, ass kicking, like hijacking people's titles. No, just be Jane Foster. That's fine. Just go be Jane Foster. There's nothing wrong with being Jane Foster. Dr. Jane Foster. There's nothing wrong with being a support character. But now we've gotten to the point to where, so in the past, if you include, on four occasions, in the past 5 years, and I may even be missing some things, she's hijacked a position that isn't hers. 4 times in 5 years. Thor, All Mother of Asgard, back to Thor, to Valkyrie. And there's some weird, maybe I could find it. What I should have did was bookmark it. But there are some titles, like they're trying to, you can read the first page, like they're trying to correct it. Where it's like, I had a magic hammer and a hero name. I fought the good fight and stared death in the face. The life was terrifying, yada, yada, yada. But I was just holding the hammer for a friend, the name too. Eventually, I had to let them both go. And for a while after that, life was just life. So it's like they're trying to say, all right, well, yeah, we kind of fucked that up. And then he's like, or they write in, I'm Jane Foster, the last of the Valkyries. Like, that sounds so fucking stupid, right? Jane Foster, last of the Valkyries. It sounds fucking stupid, man. It's the joke that went too far. And it's not getting better. It's not getting better. Obviously, it would have been preferable for them to just kill off Jane Foster, but they didn't do that, unfortunately. And they're just trying to keep her in, like, as a authority, powerful figure, instead of just being Dr. Jane Foster. And the weapon, for whatever reason, allows her, we don't really understand why, how her weapon, all weapon, is allowing her to change back to Valkyrie. Like, it's not like, just cause it's kind of like the Thor thing, I guess, where it just transforms her whole fucking body. But she's transforming back and forth. Like, so she's Dr. Jane Foster, and then she goes, once she becomes Valkyrie, she gets her long hair, and then she's Valkyrie again with her all weapon. Like, and I know they're not gonna kill her off. I don't know if this is I think this is unlimited series too, so I think it's gonna be ongoing. So probably I give it 8 issues, may get canceled. Probably wrong on that, but I think if the sales are gonna be anything, they're gonna say anything, they will cancel this probably immediately, because this is not interesting. This is not interesting at all, and all it does is amplify the problems that is with Jane Foster. So Marvel, just do the right thing. Give her 4 issues max. Kill her off at the end of it. Let's go about our business.